In 2019, I told you that 2020 would mark significant changes in the structure of, in the structure, the way the world will be structured, the way the globe will be structured. It will be certain very significant changes that are in effect setting the stage for the emergency of the person or the system the scripture talks of as the Antichrist system. Now, if you go back and hear that message, you will begin to see some of the things that will begin to play out. Now, I say that to say this, that again, we're going through a very trying time. Thank God for what, for the efforts, people are putting in to prevent the spread of this virus, of this coronavirus. There are measures that the president has come up with, and I hope and pray, people are observing them and trying to follow them through. And then there are doctors that are putting themselves on the line. There's all kinds of people that are giving extra hours, security system, all kinds of people that are putting in all hours to make sure that it doesn't spread and affect so many people. And as far as I hear, especially the elderly, so thank God for that. Now, more concerning is as we will begin to progress forward, is the world in the aftermath of the coronavirus. I will refer you again back to what I prophesied about 2020 in 2019. All these things will be availed to you for you to, if you didn't know and if you weren't there, so that you may know what actually is happening. So the world in the aftermath, how will the world be structured? Why will it be structured that way? Now, these are the things that, prophetically, you should be more, aware of and awake to. Because you see, there's a lot that is going to happen. There's a lot that is going to change. In as much as, I would still want you to know that God has not given you a spirit of fear. Do you believe that even in this day? He says, God has not given you a spirit of fear. He says, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Now, in other words, don't be intoxicated by this, and this, and this, and this. And that is not your portion as a child of God. He says, God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and of love. Let's not move in hatred. Love. And he says, and of a sound mind, sound thinking. Don't be intoxicated. Don't be intoxicated by fear and, fear. He says, let your mind remain sound. God has not given us a spirit of fear. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, but of power and of love and of a sound mind, sound thinking. Now, so, you see, here is where you awaken, and then, as a believer, the scripture says, examine yourselves and see whether you be in the faith. And you see, here are things where you begin to, to consider and reconsider whether or actually you're actually a believing believer or an unbelieving believer. A believing believer will believe and believe at all times. You see, an unbelieving believer, it will take seasons. Again, the scripture again says, heaven and earth will pass away, but my word will not pass away. It will abide forever. It will abide forever. His word is just as true, or was just as true yesterday as it is today. His word